LeBron James is a tremendous basketball player, but he's an idiot. It's not up for debate.
You know, Trump talks about our election integrity, and the 2000 Mules documentary, great. All that stuff was good. It's big tech. Big tech is everything. The New York Post had this Hunter Biden laptop and broke this story before the election. We had it. And the New York Post was suspended for a month, their entire account. And anybody who posted the story was suspended until the election was over. Facebook allowed it to go on and suppressed any impressions. So you could post it to yourself. It was all big tech, which gave cover to the New York Times and to MSNBC and everybody else to not actually run the stories, right? If it's not going around on social media and people aren't wondering about it, then you don't have to cover it yourself. Well, they conducted a poll after just a few days after, a media research company, where 17% of Biden voters, had they known about the Hunter Biden laptop, would have changed their vote. It would have swung the election. So the fact that all of these things are up and we have this information, it would have changed the outcome of the election. And so, you know, I get it. Trump is the only one still dug in. It seems like a lot of Republicans and people have moved on and say, well, just forget the 2020 election. Well, that's fine, but you better figure out how to do something with big tech, because Elon is out of Twitter, at least for now. So who's going to take over and allow people to get this information out? Is it only going to be Tucker Carlson and Jason Whitlock talking about the things that matter, that actually swing elections?
Big tech is definitely the problem, and it's why I've been talking about that for the last 8 or 9 years. Like Silicon Valley, Northern California, San Francisco is the enemy of America. I've stated that. But so I think it's two things. Big tech, Silicon Valley is the enemy. They've been bought and paid for by China, and China's figuring out that, you know, why go to war with America when we can just cut checks to get what we want done. But their number one tool, and this is what I love where Tucker went, is racism. That anything that they don't want talked about, just call it racist, and again, you can't discuss it. And so the coronavirus, well, if you say it's from China, you say it's from Wuhan, that's racist. That's well, don't do that. Don't blame China. That's racist. If you want to talk about virtually if you want to talk about the things we've been talking about today on this show, if a white person hosted a show and said, hey, 7 black kids chased down a 73-year-old black man and killed him in the inner city, and these guys think the police is the problem? If a white guy hosted it, because that's basically what I've been saying is today. But if a white guy did that, they would be called racist and therefore shut down. And whatever company that he worked for would have to discipline him or threaten him or take him off the air because, oh my God, he was called racist. And so I tried to, early on, as a black person, I tried to expose the fraudulence of Colin Kaepernick and his anti-American sentiment. And I tried to expose him as the idiot that he is I was trying to mock him when I was at Fox Sports. And the whole system, me as a black man, I couldn't crack a joke on Colin Kaepernick. That whole thing got shut down. Forces within Fox Sports. There's some woman, Terry Hines or whatever, was head of public relations or whatever. She had all the executives upset because some idiot from Black Sports Online had called questioning how can Jason Whitlock make fun of, and this was somehow, I was a racist, I was a sellout. And so big tech is the tool, and they use big tech to drum up, and again, it's like the whole argument that Elon Musk is having with Twitter about show me the bots, show me how many people are actually real here, because it's always been my argument that much of what you see over Twitter is fraudulent and fake. The lynch mobs that come after you and they create this storm and scare oh my God, everybody hates Jason Whitlock. He said Colin Kaepernick's an idiot. And that's scary. Oh my God. And so some executive hides under his desk and says, well, we got to shut Whitlock down and, get him to pipe down on Colin Kaepernick, or we got to put people around him that will defend Colin Kaepernick. We got to make it sound like there's a debate about whether Colin Kaepernick is an idiot. There's no debate. Colin Kaepernick is an idiot. There's no debate. Look, again, we have this debate like LeBron James is smart. LeBron James tweeted out or said something today about Brittany Griner should consider not coming back to America when she's released from a Russian prison. LeBron James is a tremendous basketball player, but he's an idiot. It's not up for debate. Anybody that reads his IG or Twitter, listens to him talk, he can't conjugate subject and verbs, he can't speak properly. Much of what he says is idiotic. He's a great basketball player. He's a dumb jock. And if I was blessed with his physical talent, I would be a dumb jock too. Because there's so much more money in the way society has set up in him developing his physical gifts than his intellectual ability, that he did the right thing. He developed his physical gifts. But we don't have to play a game like LeBron James isn't a flaming idiot. But you say that, and again, I can say it because I'm black. If Laura Ingraham says it, she's racist. But the facts are the facts. The guy is this woman is sitting in prison in Russia. Nobody in America put her in prison. And she shouldn't come back. We're acting like America is the problem, not Russia. They got some rigged up court system where they can sit her in. She can't get bail on a little hashish deal. Yeah. But that's America, and she shouldn't come back here because this idiot says so. So again, I'm off on a tangent or several tangents, but big tech. And the fact that, again, LeBron's probably got 100 million social media followers. People are hanging on LeBron James's words like there's like he's Mark Twain or, Richard Wright or, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln. Mm-hmm. This is an idiot that everybody's hanging on. Oh, what's he going to tweet next?